Blade River sect had absorbed the territories of Shur Kingdom, and a century had already passed in the blink of an eye. As the power controlling 155 primal chaos prefectures, the Blade River sect was renowned throughout the land of origin. Today was a significant day for the entire Blade River sect. The grand ceremony of Moyu Qingyan, the eldest disciple of the Blade River sect, and Yushui Tianxin, the princess of Yu Kingdom, officially becoming husband and wife was being held in Moyu Qingyan's fief, Qingyan City. Eldest brother and sister-in-law already have a child. I saw the little guy, he's not arrogant at all. I heard that both the sect master and the monarch of Yu country will be present. The whole Qingyan city was buzzing as countless people discussed the Taoist couple's celebration and the sect master alongside the monarch of Yu country. Nowadays, there were 5 disciples of the Blade River sect who had reached the primal chaos realm. In terms of prestige, only the second disciple Xan could match elder brother Moyu Qingyan. However, second disciple Xan was entirely focused on cultivation and had no interest in managing the sect's trivial matters. Only Moyu Qingyan, knowing the path of cultivation was hopeless for him, worked tirelessly. Morosa also gradually handed over more and more sect affairs to Moyu Qingyan. Nowadays, Moyu Qingyan could be considered the de facto chief steward of the Blade River sect. Luo Feng's power of the world could envelop the entire territory in a thought, and he had rooted out many moths within the sect, but Moyu Qingyan was diligent in his duties, which highly pleased Luo Feng. Second master, this is Mo Yushio, my Tianxin's child. Mo Yushio, this is your master Luo Sa, Moyu Qingyan said, holding hands with a beautiful and tall woman and a child. Master. The child Mo Yushio sweetly called out. Morosa laughed heartily as he picked up the child. This child is really well behaved. Father says that during his many years of cultivation, it is mainly master who taught him. Mo Yushio curiously looked at Morosa, knowing how often his father got kicked out by the second master. Haha, yes, it was mainly me who taught him. Morosa looked at the child. Mo Yushio, how about I teach you to cultivate in the future? Yes, Mo Yushio happily replied. Moyu Qingyan and Yushui Tianxin looked at each other. Both of them were chaos realm through the bloodline path. One was responsible for many affairs of the Blade River sect, and the other for many matters within Yu Kingdom. It was their collaboration that brought them together, and having resonated on many matters, they quickly came together and decided to have a Taoist couple celebration after having a child. At present, Morosa displayed power that transcended even the primal chaos realm. Moyu Qingyan and his wife, both being of the chaos realm through the bloodline path, naturally were more than willing to have Morosa teach their child. Qingyan have more children, Morosa said with a laugh. I'll teach them all. You are somewhat slow by nature. I hope one of your children turns out to be a genius. Second master is willing to teach. I naturally could not ask for more, Moyu Qingyan smiled. Thank you, second master. Yushui Tianxin also expressed her gratitude. This is because on the land of origin, the stronger the powerhouses, the less they wish to devote effort to teaching disciples. They needed to focus more on themselves. Morosa was still willing to teach their child, and they were naturally happy. If it were up to the great master Luo Feng hardly ever took the time to instruct even his direct disciples, let alone spend much attention. Suddenly, Morosa turned his head towards the distance. Moyu Qingyan and Yushui Tianxin also looked with some puzzlement towards the distance. Shortly after, 2 figures appeared out of nowhere. It was Luo Feng and the furry-looking Yushui country master. Master. Father. Moyu Qingyan and Yushui Tianxin both showed a measure of solemnity. Luo Feng smiled at the couple, both of whom were chaos realm through the bloodline path and quite a match. Master, this is Qingyan's child, Mo Yushio, Morosa said from the side. Moyu Shio greets master, Mo Yushio respectfully called out. Luo Feng nodded with a smile. I recently got a rare treasure that's perfect for nurturing a child's cultivation foundation, Luo Feng said and flipped his hand, taking out a jade box and opening it himself. Inside the jade box was a pale blue leaf with a natural fragrance that invigorated everyone around. From the side, Yushui country master couldn't help saying, Brother Luo that's too valuable. It was one of the treasures Luo Feng had obtained in the deeper areas of the dream domain, valued at about 8 million merit points and very suitable for establishing a foundation for the young. I recently got it and it just so happened I met the little fellow and I happened to be preparing a gift for Qingyan. This is the fate between him and me, Luo Feng said with a smile. Indeed, such a rare treasure was one of the cheaper ones in his possession. Mo Yushio, don't hesitate to thank your master, Yushui country master urged. For Yushui country master, obtaining a treasure worth 8 million merit points was no small feat, especially after his true body was destroyed in Tianhe. Although Yushui country master's resurrection carrier also had a bloodline, it needed to be nurtured anew. Currently, Yushui country master. All the treasures and weapon secret treasures added up were worth about 1 billion merit points. He could not afford to spend 8 million merit points on a gift for his grandson. Nurturing any of his children never involved spending so much. The difference in strength by 1 level made a huge difference in the ability to obtain treasures. Individuals like Emperor Gui Xu-level God King possessed many more treasures than Yushui country master. Time-Space Lonely Boat's boat master even had a stronger ability to obtain treasures. Like Luo Feng, his real strength was at an emperor level. While beyond God King level and having many avatars, his ability to obtain treasures was significantly stronger than that of ordinary emperors and monarchs. In Huyang City, at the city owner's mansion quiet room, inside the Star Tower, The majestic Luo Feng with a perfect divine body, sat cross-legged. Next to him, another more vast world life form lay sleeping, as its true body, possessing over 100 times the perfect divine body's energy, was currently maintaining consciousness, which imposed a certain burden on his mind. Star Tower secret patterns contain endless mysteries, far deeper than any great Tao. Luo Feng's consciousness penetrated into the Star Tower, observing the infinite secret patterns. Luo Feng's cultivation focused primarily on understanding the Star Tower secret patterns. Assists like the special grade inheritances World Life Form and Chaotic Whole Beast Body, and the Heavenly Pillars of the Heavenly Pillar Realm, these were all secondary. Ever since I began understanding the Star Tower secret patterns, I've always wanted to interpret the perceptions of the patterns through the Great Tao. I aim to use the Great Tao of Life and Death's 9 branches as a foundation to perfectly interpret the mysteries of the Star Tower. But unfortunately, Luo Feng shook his head lightly. Merging the 9 branches could only interpret the parts he had understood. Even so, he still couldn't create a 9 branches fusion technique. These scales. Luo Feng's mind observed the blood-red scales gleaming with 12 colors, as well as the infinite secret patterns derived from the blood-red scales. Let alone the 9 branches technique, I haven't even devised the 8 branches fusion technique. The 9 branches of life and death tried to interpret the Star Tower secret patterns. Over the centuries, Luo Feng devised 2 6 branches fusion techniques and 2 7 branches fusion techniques, still only scratching the surface of the Star Tower. Read new adventures at my virtual library empire. The Great Tao is boundless, but my life has been long, giving me ample time to slowly study. Luo Feng was satisfied with such a life, delving deeper into the mysteries and getting closer to the essence of the world. Luo Feng felt fortunate to have the Star Tower. The 2 ancient countries can offer items, and the 3 alien races can do the same, conveyed Blackfire Demon Lord. However, the alien races need to transport their items from other source worlds, which incurs significant transportation costs. Therefore, what the alien races bring are all extremely precious treasures, such as small remnants of primordial life, beyond God King level secret treasures, inheritances surpassing the ultimate realm, the corpses of primordial bloodline creatures with ultimate realm strength, and even ultimate realm, refined primordial bloodlines and so on. On the other hand, weaker items like the corpses of second realm of godly king primordial bloodline creatures and other less valuable things will not be brought over, continued Blackfire Demon Lord through telepathy. Luo Feng nodded with understanding. High transportation costs meant bringing only items of great value. The 3 alien races have many treasures, but they require equivalent exchanges, said Blackfire Demon Lord. They have high standards, and the treasures that can attract them are generally those originating from Yuan's sanctuaries. With your current clone capable of matching the Dark Sky Venerable of the Destruction Army, I believe the 3 alien races will take notice of you. They should all contact you soon. Here in the land of origin, their strength is completely suppressed. In the end, they need our help. They need us to search for treasures, Blackfire Demon Lord observed, glancing at Luo Feng. Your strength is formidable and you have many avatars, making you especially suited for treasure hunting. They will surely contact you. Luo Feng nodded slightly. When the time comes, bargain as much as you can. Compare offers from all 3, and see who provides the best advantages, Blackfire Demon Lord said with a smile. With alien races you don't need to care about face, just see who offers the most benefits. Luo Feng gained much insight from this meeting at the Reincarnation Tower. Although his strength had grown substantially, his experience still lacked somewhat. Blackfire Demon Lord, who led the largest resistance force in the Thunder Ancient Country, had been rooted there for countless ages and certainly knew far more. Night. In Huyang City, a casually dressed middle-aged man stepped into the city owner's mansion with ease, as if the formation there and the power of the world enveloping it from Luo Feng were a joke, completely unable to hinder him in the least. Atop a tower within the city owner's mansion, Luo Feng appeared out of nowhere, observing the middle-aged man. Even though I see him, both the formation and the power of the world just can't stop him. Luo Feng noted the immense gap in realms. The middle-aged man smiled warmly and with one step arrived atop the tower. Time-Space Demon, Luo Feng recognized the visitor. The Time-Space Demon, creator of the Time-Space Lonely Boat, embodied several images: child, middle-aged man, old man. In contrast, the appearance of the Two Realms Palace Master and the Wanfa Tower Master was always the same. The Time-Space Demon was notorious for his unscrupulous measures, prompting both ancient countries to be particularly wary of him. The 3 alien races. Luo Feng preferred dealing with the Wanfa Tower Master. The other 2's reputations were relatively poorer. You native cultivators of the land of origin, I've told you many times, you can simply call me Emperor of Time and Space. The middle-aged man continued to smile. But of course I won't fuss over it with you. Time-Space Demon, what brings you to me? Luo Feng inquired. A good thing, a great thing. The middle-aged man sat down leisurely, taking out a jug and a cup and pouring himself a drink without prompting. Come have a drink. I've brought some good wine from afar for the land of origin. Luo Feng also sat down but didn't partake in the wine. Stay updated through my virtual library empire. Such good wine, yet you lack the courage to drink, the middle-aged man said after drinking a cup. I know you are a disciple of the Emperor of the Flame Wind Ancient Country and must be very vigilant towards us alien races. There's really no need. The three of us alien races and the ancestors of the two countries are direct rivals. That's why they target us, the three. The time-space demon looked at Luo Feng. Luo Feng said nothing, only listening. I'm not here for you to join the time-space lonely boat, the time-space demon said with a smile. I merely wish to engage in a fair trade with you. Oh. Luo Feng looked at him. What trade? There are a total of 4 kinds of treasures in the land of origin that could catch my eye, the time-space demon began. These are also the 4 kinds of treasures that the other alien races as well as the ancestors of the two countries are concerned with. Luo Feng listened attentively. The first kind, secret skills passed down by Yuan, said the time-space demon looking at Luo Feng. Only secret skills? Luo Feng was surprised. Of course, inheritances of the Great Tao are more valuable. But even so, perfection-level inheritances and special-grade inheritances can only reach the ultimate realm of God King at most. Anything higher is unattainable, the time-space demon explained. However, some powerful secret skills with techniques for use are indeed spread around. And of course, they must be the ones left by Yuan himself, secret skills beyond the God King level. Luo Feng understood. The Lai Yuan technique was of this kind, dealing with some usage techniques. It was not a Great Tao inheritance. Secret skills in the sanctuaries left by Yuan are mostly expected to be acquired. However, they are generally not to be transmitted externally, observed the time-space demon, gazing at Luo Feng. I need those that can be taught to me. One set of secret skills can at least be exchanged for an entire set of, beyond God King level secret treasures. The specific value will depend on the secret skills, stated the time-space demon. An entire set? Luo Feng asked. Anything you can think of I can provide for you, the time-space demon declared. The second kind, special life remnants, the time-space demon continued. Throughout the entire land of origin, only the dark area of the dream domain and the deepest part of the heavenly pillar realm might yield special life remnants. These special life remnants, one piece, are likewise valued at least an entire set of beyond God King level secret treasures. Of course, a secret skill or a piece of special life remnants can also be exchanged for anything else you desire, the time-space demon said with a smile. I could even trade you parts of the corpse of a low-level primordial life that has leapt out of the braided cage. Low-level primordial life? Luo Feng was puzzled. Primordial lives that have leapt out of the braided cage also have levels. Low-level primordial lives refer to those with lesser intelligence, comparable perhaps to the true gods of the land of origin. Their intelligence is too low to tap into the potential of their bloodlines. Born beyond the braided cage, they still can't muster the strength that I can, the time-space demon explained. The third type, innate secret treasures. Ordinary treasures don't interest me. I can easily refine treasures beyond God King level. The time-space demon looked at Luo Feng. What I want are those treasures, naturally nurtured in the deep reaches of the dream domain, mystically formed by nature itself. Similarly, in the deep areas of the heavenly pillar realm, there are also treasures nurtured by nature. Each innate secret treasure has its value, some as low as beyond God King level treasures. The most valuable ones are comparable to a piece of special life remnants. The fourth kind is exotic treasures. This avatar of mine now has only 1/3 of its energy reserve left, Luo Feng said somewhat fearfully, clearly concerned about his energy reserves. Even if a small universe was fully absorbing energy, it would only manage to absorb the energy reserve of a perfect divine body in about 1 era. The energy lost this time would approximately take 2/10 of an era to recover. This was also the reason why Luo Feng was reluctant to use his true body. The environment in the dream domain was so harsh. The stronger the avatar, the greater the cost of its death. Monarchs and emperors without avatars dared not venture into dangerously treacherous environments. Dark area, I just entered and encountered 6 silver shuttle creatures? Each silver shuttle possessed emperor-level strength, Luo Feng thought to himself. 6 emperors joining forces in a mad onslaught was terrifying even without understanding formations. Let's try a different entrance. Luo Feng thought for a moment. The powerful avatar immediately started heading back to replenish its energy. Afterward, still maintaining 1% energy reserve, the powerful avatar entered the dark area through another entrance in the deeper area of the dream domain. Merely moments later. My god. This time Luo Feng's powerful avatar couldn't escape. The life form I encountered in the dark area this time was far too strong. It was much more powerful than the previous silver shuttle creatures. Luo Feng felt a tremble in his heart. It was an enormous creature burning with flames, possessing a black metallic body. The colossal creature was so large that, within the tens of thousands of kilometers that Luo Feng could observe, he could only see part of its head. With one pounce there was no escape for Luo Feng. Its collisions and claws slashing, Luo Feng was merely severely wounded. But when it swallowed Luo Feng whole, inside its body, the strangulating obliteration meant that Luo Feng's avatar, existing inside it for just a few breaths of time, was completely gone. Once swallowed, it was like entering a huge prison with no escape. One could only wait for death. This already surpassed the normal strength of emperors and monarchs. Luo Feng felt somewhat speechless. Into the dark area twice. One encounter with 6 silver shuttle creatures, each at emperor level. The next with a dark flame creature, yet it was significantly more powerful than the collective force of 6 silver shuttle creatures. How to explore the dark area? It's unexplorable. Luo Feng realized, Even if his true body came, encountering the dark flame creature would mean death or losing most of the energy reserve. I am still not strong enough. I only have one ultimate realm technique that barely counts, the Great Extinction style, and I dare not bring a super secret treasure in. Relying purely on the physical body in terms of power is not on par with the native life forms, and I'm even more deficient in other aspects. I need to be more comprehensive. I need more ultimate realm techniques, movement techniques, defense techniques, domain techniques. I need to be well-rounded in many aspects to qualify to explore the dark area, Luo Feng thought, suddenly feeling puzzled. These three alien clans, knowing that there are special life remnants in the dark area, must mean that some powerful beings retrieved special life remnants from the dark area at some point. At this moment, Luo Feng realized that there were always bigger fish. Even in the land of origin, there were quite a few stronger than him. With my current strength, going into the dark area means certain death. Better to explore the deeper area. The treasures of heaven and earth in the deep area should be much more abundant than in the middle area, Luo Feng thought. The special life remnants in the dark area were outrageously valuable, yet he was currently unable to attain them. So, he decided to lower his targets and first explore the deeper area. After all, the strong cultivators of the land of origin primarily explore the middle area. Some treasures are worth tens of millions of merit points. The treasures in the deeper area are even more valuable. Maybe I can obtain treasures worth over 1 billion merit points. Treasures worth over 1 billion merit points were also coveted by the 3 alien clans and the 2 ancestors, who always purchased them. With such treasures he should also be able to trade for what he needed. Dark area. One day I will come and thoroughly explore your secrets. LuoFeng's avatar in the dream domain began to cautiously explore the deeper area. The degree of danger in the deeper area had clearly dropped significantly. Here, the majority of creatures were at the level of Emperor Gui Xu. Even the more formidable leaders were at the Emperor level and often acted alone, allowing LuoFeng's powerful avatar to escape. Of course, if he encountered too powerful a tribe or too terrifying a leader, there was still the risk of avatar obliteration. In the days that followed, LuoFeng occasionally explored the deep area of the dream domain, mainly focusing on cultivation. Because exploring the dream domain also came with risks. Once dead, he would lose an avatar with 1% energy reserve, which would need to be slowly recovered through cultivation. Naturally, he had to control the number of explorations. Moreover, he needed to ensure that his true body grew more massive and that the energy absorption rate of the small universe exceeded the rate of energy consumed by dream domain exploration. Each time Luo Feng harvested precious treasures in the dream domain, he sent them to be stored with his outer layer avatar. When the team from the reincarnation tower arrived in the dream domain, Luo Feng would also take the opportunity to send a powerful avatar in. When the team left the dream domain, he also took the treasures he had accumulated out with them. The greatest value of the Star Tower isn't as a weapon of war, but as a book. In the deep region of the dream domain, that most important rarity should be ripe, thought Luo Feng. In the past centuries, Luo Feng explored the deep layers of the dream domain only once per century. Each time he generally explored about 10 deep spaces until an avatar was fully depleted, then he would stop exploring. Each century he lost no more than one avatar, roughly 30% of a perfect divine body. With this, LuoFeng's world life form continued to grow enormous. Over the centuries I've superficially checked thousands of deep spaces, documenting many extraordinary rarities, thought Luo Feng. The rate of change in the deep spaces was much slower than in the outer and middle layers, and rarities grew even more slowly. Moreover, precious rarities are typically surrounded by stronger indigenous life forms. This rarity, over the centuries, is the only one I've found likely worth over 10 billion merit points. Luo Feng highly valued this rarity. Within his power scope, Luo Feng only found this one rarity valued over 10 billion merit points. Such rarities, estimated to be collected by powerhouses from the 2 ancient countries, ancestors of the East Extreme Domain, the Lord of 10,000 Realms, proved very scarce. In the deep region of the dream domain, in the crevice of a cliff, there grew an inconspicuous fruit tree, on which hung a black fruit faintly shining with a purple luster, a sight quite inconspicuous in the dream domain. The 1,000 Dreams fruit, worth 15 billion merit points, is finally about to ripen. I have waited for this day for a long time. A figure in a grey robe gazed at the fruit from afar. With this 1,000 Dreams fruit plus what I've accumulated before, I should be able to gather a complete set of primordial bloodline of the ultimate realm. Humph, the 2 ancient countries are really greedy, setting the price at only 15 billion merit points for such a treasure, the figure in the grey robe thought. He was well aware. Rarities worth less than 10 billion merit points are useless to the ancestors of the 2 ancient countries and the 3 alien clans. Even 101 billion merit points rarities are pointless to them. But rarities worth more than 10 billion merit points are needed by the ancestors. Hence, these, over 10 billion merit points rarities shouldn't be priced by the 2 ancient countries. Their actual value is much higher. The 1,000 Dreams fruit should be ripe now. A figure approached from the void, arriving close to the edge of the cliff. He wore a light golden robe and his invisible fluctuations enveloped a vast area, also noticing the concealed figure in the grey robe. LuoFeng. The figure in the grey robe's expression changed. Who are you? LuoFeng looked at him. Don't you even dare to reveal your identity? The grey-robed figure chuckled softly. Never mind who I am. This 1,000 Dreams fruit, LuoFeng, you can't have it. LuoFeng looked into the distance. His control over the void was exceptionally wide-reaching, and he instantly locked on the newly arrived powerhouse. 2 more have come, LuoFeng grinned. A black river swept across the sky, condensing into a burly figure. A shadow spontaneously appeared, condensing into a figure in a purple robe. Wu, you've come too. LuoFeng looked at the burly figure who was one of the 13 emperors of Flame Wind Ancient Country, Wu, who cultivated the great Tao of life origin and often left an avatar in the dream domain. I've also waited a long time for this Thousand Dreams fruit. Wu smiled, looking around. I just didn't expect 2 unfamiliar friends to be here. The 4 powerhouses watched each other. Suddenly, another figure entered this deep space zone, immediately detected by Wu's spatial domain. All 4 were somewhat surprised. A figure in a black robe and golden mask also arrived. Luo Feng was also very surprised. He had explored the deep regions of the dream domain for over a century and had never encountered a competitor. The most precious Thousand Dreams fruit was about to mature, yet it had already attracted 5 powerful figures, including himself, waiting for it. That's right, I only explore once every century and each time only about 10 spaces, Luo Feng thought to himself. There are not many in the land of origin qualified to explore the deep regions. The chances of running into others are indeed very low. He was not at all flustered by being discovered by the invisible spatial domain. To compete for the Thousand Dreams fruit, he had made ample preparations. Discover more content at my virtual library empire. Now, all his avatars within the dream domain amounted to 12 times the energy reserve of a perfect divine body. And this time, the powerful avatar Luo Feng sent to compete for the Thousand Dreams fruit possessed a full 10 times the energy of a perfect divine body. In terms of physical body alone, it was dozens of times stronger than the avatar that had battled the Dark Sky Venerable. Luo Feng believed his physical body was comparable to that of an ultimate realm life form. Emperor Gui Xu-level, Emperor Wu, the gray-robed figure, and the purple-robed woman all saw the figure in the black robe with a golden mask. Black robe, golden mask? This aura. Is it the mysterious strongman who killed the Emperor of Tianquan? All 4 were at the pinnacle level in the land of origin and were naturally aware of the black robe golden mask strongman intelligence. This mysterious figure had only made a move once. Yet with a soul technique or spiritual will tactic, he instantly annihilated the Emperor of Tianquan, preventing him from being reborn. Haha, it's quite rare indeed. Emperor LuoFeng laughed heartily. I thought that if the Thousand Dreams fruit could attract 2 or 3 competitors, that would be impressive. Who would have thought there would be 5 powerful figures gathered here today? Indeed, it's interesting. Emperor Wu observed the gray-robed figure, the purple-robed woman, and Luo Feng, 3 mysterious strongmen. It's indeed rare for there to be such powerful independent cultivators. As emperors of Flame Wind Ancient Country, they naturally held a sense of pride in their bones, not putting independent cultivators in their eyes. Emperor Wu, Emperor LuoFeng, the emperors of Flame Wind Ancient Country are in the deep region of the dream domain, and dare not carry any precious weapon secret treasures, yet you are still so arrogant? The gray-robed figure said with a soft laugh. Indeed. Including Luo Feng, all 5 who had come to the deep region of the dream domain did not bring any beyond God King grade secret treasures. After all, the deep regions of the dream domain were unpredictably dangerous, and losing an avatar was insignificant. But losing precious treasures would leave no time for regret. This black-robed strongman, was it you who killed Tianquan? Emperor Wu looked toward Luo Feng. It was me, Luo Feng nodded. Have we met before? Emperor Wu looked at Luo Feng. Like the gray-robed and purple-robed woman, he had encountered them before and had some speculation about their true identities, but they had indeed never crossed paths with the black-robed golden-masked strongman. Luo Feng looked at Emperor Wu and Emperor LuoFeng with a smile. If the 2 emperors are willing to give up the Thousand Dreams fruit, we might well sit down and have a good chat. Ha ha. Emperor LuoFeng laughed out loud. This black-robed strongman, skilled in soul techniques or spiritual will tactics. Even the Emperor of Tianquan, whose will had reached the ultimate realm of God King, was powerless before him. We, facing such tactics ourselves, even if we can withstand it, will suffer greatly in strength. In my opinion, the 4 of us should join forces first to drive away this black-robed strongman. Emperor Wu also looked toward the gray-robed figure and the purple-robed woman. First, we drive away the black-robed strongman, then the 4 of us compete. Humph, we 3 are independent cultivators and you 2 are emperors of Flame Wind Ancient Country. Naturally, we 3 must join forces, otherwise all the good treasures will end up in your hands, the gray-robed figure said without hesitation. We 3 should indeed join forces, the purple-robed woman added. The black-robed Luo Feng with the golden mask nodded as well. Very well. Emperor LuoFeng glanced at the distant Thousand Dreams fruit. The Thousand Dreams fruit will ripen soon. Before it does, we shall have our battle. Emperor LuoFeng and Emperor Wu were relatively calm-minded. For them, this rare treasure could indeed help them repay a portion of the massive debts owed by their clan, but even if they didn't obtain the treasure, the impact on them wouldn't be too great. On the contrary, the 3 independent cultivators desired the Thousand Dreams fruit even more. Let's start, Emperor Wu commanded coldly. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. His body instantly transformed into a black river. This mighty black river swept across all directions, enveloping a vast area in the blink of an eye. Either Luo Feng and the others would flee far away, giving up the rare treasure, or they would be engulfed by this black river. Luo Feng stood still, allowing the black river to entwine him, like pythons coiling around, even more ferociously eroding his physical body. Emperor Wu also cultivates the great Tao of life origin, but he is an ultimate realm life form. This avatar he sent to the dream domain, I wonder how much of his true body's power it possesses, Luo Feng pondered. The binding force is negligible to me. But this erosive power. The water of the Black River was terrifyingly erosive, but Luo Feng, with a colossal life form and 10 times the energy of a perfect divine body, withstood it completely. The rate of erosion was not even as fast as Luo Feng's vast body could recover. Emperor Wu, is that all you've got? The purple-robed woman also said with a light laugh. The Black River water's erosion she too did not bother to dodge, standing firm and undaunted. Emperor Wu, this avatar of yours only holds about 30% of your true body's power, correct? Your power is too weak. The gray-robed figure stood there, his figure flickering in and out of visibility, somewhat translucent. 8 or 9 parts of the erosive force of the black water were deflected, and the little erosive force that remained had no effect on him. Suppress. The rolling Black River waters conjured 3 giant palms, overwhelming and crushing toward the 3 of Luo Feng. The 3 had already stopped caring. Emperor Wu, who followed the pure path of life without powerful secret treasures, was relatively weak in offensive power. Conversely, Emperor Jiufeng, who followed the path of spatial origin, was a more cautious opponent. The avatar that follows the path of space, Emperor Jiufeng's avatar, might have a complete body, complete soul. Luo Feng was quite wary. Attack. The gray-robed figure sent a message. The gray-robed figure, the purple-robed woman, and Luo Feng attacked almost simultaneously, all aiming for Emperor Jiufeng. Annihilate. Di Jiufeng also made his move instantly, all his might targeting Luo Feng alone. In the eyes of Di Jiufeng and Di Wu, it was the black-robed golden-faced expert whom they truly feared. Naturally they wanted to eliminate this troublesome opponent first. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. A wind was blowing. This wind was the wind of space. It blew onto every part of the space where Luo Feng was, permeating the minutest structure of his physical body. With this one blow, even the finest structure of space was shattering. Every fundamental structure of Luo Feng's vast world life form suffered the attack of space shattering, but every life unit of Luo Feng's was a perfect combination of 24 embryonic worlds, and even with minor damage, it rapidly recovered under the endless life force. What? Di Jiufeng was shocked. Loose cultivators, there were some who could match an emperor or a monarch. But in terms of physical body strength alone, those who could compare to an ultimate realm life form were extremely few. Only a few like the Lord of 10,000 Realms, Sector Beasts, Fire Ancestor and so forth. My annihilation wind can't disperse his physical body? He seems no less than an ultimate realm life form. Di Jiufeng's heart sank. Such a strong body, this is going to be troublesome. Boom. Just as Di Jiufeng's move failed, he felt as if his soul was about to be torn apart. Terrifying attacks time and time again frantically tearing apart Di Jiufeng's soul. Zhongfu. Di Jiufeng painfully stared at the figure in the gray robe. Is it you? This familiar technique, Di Jiufeng naturally recognized. It was once the strongest subject of the Flame Wind Ancient Country, now the leader of the greatest rebel force in Flame Wind Ancient Country, the master of Mother River, God King Zhongfu. Even more invisible forces permeated Di Jiufeng's body, eroding this ultimate realm life form. His physical body was also starting to fall apart. This invisible force was also eroding Di Wu's vast Black River water. As the water of the Black River, amid the erosion, was quickly dwindling. To know that the life force of a physical body in the ultimate realm of the great Tao of life, even if only 1/3 remained, was terrifyingly strong. But now the Black River water was rapidly dwindling, obviously at a clear disadvantage. Not good. Di Jiufeng and Di Wu felt a frightening pressure. Di Wu, this purple-robed woman is at the ultimate realm. She may even be the ancestor of the East Extreme Domain. The ancestor of the East Extreme Domain should have more strength than this. Foolish. The ancestor of the East Extreme Domain is just intentionally concealing some strength, and this rare treasure is equally attractive to her. The two of them knew something was wrong. Without any super-secret treasures, the existence at the ultimate realm with mastery of a complete great Tao, the strength they could display, naturally exceeded the Emperor's. If the ancestor of the East Extreme Domain made a move bullying the weak, then this would be even worse. Merely 1/3 of an ultimate realm life form and you dare to come out, the purple-robed woman sneered. Luo Feng stood there and suddenly 2 beams of golden light shot from his eyes. These 2 beams of golden light, as if they were slicing open the heavens and earth, landed instantly upon Di Jiufeng's body the moment they appeared. Di Jiufeng's body, already greatly weakened under the attack of God King Zhongfu and the invisible force of the purple-robed woman, was pierced in an instant by the 2 beams of golden light. The golden light was as swift as lightning, unavoidable, piercing through Di Jiufeng's body back and forth, accelerating the collapse of Di Jiufeng's body. This golden light was a 6 branches fusion technique, within the great Tao of life and death that Luo Feng had comprehended, one known as the Heavenly Light Silver Shuttle. In the Dream Domain's dark area, Luo Feng once endured the attacks of 6 silver shuttles and while meditating in the Star Tower, he created a similar technique. He could instantly release 2 Heavenly Light Silver Shuttles to coordinate and slaughter his enemies. Leave. Di Jiufeng, after all, had a complete physical body and soul, facing the siege of 3 powerful adversaries, still had 70% of his energy reserve. By contrast, Di Wu's Black River water had already eroded away by more than half. Whoosh. In an instant, Di Jiufeng took the Black River water and was already gone from this deep-layered space. In terms of space evasion, Di Jiufeng was naturally adept. He wanted to leave and Luo Feng and the others couldn't stop him. After Di Jiufeng carried Di Wu away to escape, only Luo Feng and the other two were left around. The figure in the gray robe is the master of Mother River, God King Zhongfu. Luo Feng knew how troublesome this individual was. Long ago, with just one super-secret treasure, God King Zhongfu could contend with Di Yen, the premier emperor of Flame Wind ancient country, who even pursued Zhongfu relentlessly to seize his treasures. This also made them enemies as fierce as fire and water. God King Zhongfu was too terrifying, having killed a double-digit number of God Kings from the imperial clan of Flame Wind ancient country, and even the primogenitor Yen Feng could no longer bear it, stepping into the fray personally. Primogenitor Yen Feng annihilated all his avatars and resurrection carriers. But in the end, God King Zhongfu was still alive. His cultivation of the great Tao of life and causality granted him an unimaginably strong survival ability. Countless eons had passed, and his accumulation had naturally deepened. The other one seems even more powerful. Luo Feng looked towards the purple-robed woman. God King Zhongfu and this black-robed powerhouse. The purple-robed woman smiled at her two companions. Now only the three of us remain. It seems we will have to determine who is the strongest. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and turn on the notifications so you won't miss any of our upcoming great videos.